All right, I'm very excited for our next guest. One Woman for All is a nonprofit that looks to raise money and awareness for women's issues.
And here now to tell us more is their founder, Vanessa Freeman. Welcome to the show, Vanessa.
Yay! Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
We got you.
Yes.
It's so good to see both of you. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. A little under the weather, but pushing through.
That's it. And you got a full schedule, so we'll try to cut right to the heart of things here. But we're so happy to have you. What inspired you to start One Woman for All?
Oh my gosh. Like a lot of stories for us, it all kind of goes back to my mom. She is from West Africa, and obviously through her and my grandmother and my aunts, seeing what women go through in countries where they don't have what we consider basic resources, especially for women, for women's health, for women's hygiene. That's what inspired me to start One Woman for All. There was a shocking statistic I saw specifically in underprivileged countries in Africa, where if a woman does not have on underwear, you think just underwear, they are more likely to be taken advantage of, to be raped. And even when you look at domestically what happens here, if women do not have underwear, which by the way, right here domestically, is one of the most under-donated items. We think about socks, we need more socks, but women's underwear, and this is for women who are in underserved communities to women who are fleeing domestic violence situations and going to crisis homes and shelters, there is a need for women's underwear. So it's kind of a full circle issue that affects people internationally and domestically. So that's what inspired One Woman for All. It's about women's empowerment, but really holistic empowerment. So we still provide the immaterial stuff like mentorship, counseling, career support, social work, but we also provide the vital material like underwear, because we know if you don't feel supported, if you don't feel prepared, if you don't feel good and confident about yourself, it's hard to then take all those things you've learned through mentors and apply it and really show up as your best self. So really having the full suite of support is what One Woman for All hopes to provide.
Wow. And I mean, you've had a bunch of events and you have programs. Tell us a little bit about it. Yeah, tell us a little bit more about your recent events and programs.
Yeah, so a lot of what we do is this is actually our launch, our biggest fundraising event, the Panty Power Gala. So it's awareness, but it also is a fundraiser, because what we do is we work in the tri-state with New Jersey and New York nonprofits. So we raise money, identify what the specific needs are in those organizations, and then take the money that's donated and purchase the underwear on your behalf, essentially. So that's in essence what our fundraising campaigns are. This is our cycle to empower a fundraiser. So we're encouraging women to take care of themselves, be healthy, while also raising funds for women's underwear. For the pedal to empower, we raise funds for the panties, but we also raise funds for our mentorship and career counseling, which we did right there. We ended last year on that note with our mentorship workshop, which was our first ever, and it was so well received.
Amazing. It's amazing. So what for you has been the most rewarding part of running this organization? Because you are just, in case somebody's been living under a rock lately, I mean, you are a morning news anchor, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're expecting number two, and you're like, I'm going to start a charitable organization on top of it. So.
Listen, and this number two is putting me through the ringer.
The second one, they say, if the second one came first, it probably wouldn't be a second one.
Oh, right. Yes, so true. I'm really motivated by the stories I hear from these young women. I think having our mentorship and career counseling workshop really, I feel like I'm still learning, being a neophyte to the nonprofit sector. I'm still figuring out what the needs are in these communities. And for a lot of girls, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they need underwear, they need mentorship, they need career counseling. But the social work component is so necessary. And it's funny because we had already built that out, but I didn't realize how great that need was, especially just in New Jersey, in Newark. I mean, there are communities, and where it's not even about what I want to be when I grow up, but it's, where is my meal coming from? Am I going to survive? Right. So when you think about these issues, just on a base mental wellness, just helping them find the will and build an infrastructure where they feel safe to dream and to want to aspire. To me, that has been the most rewarding, and really, to me, identifying that need and knowing how we can support them, because that's really what One Woman for All hopes to do, is just holistically support women to be their best selves and empower them.
I love it. And we're seeing even more photos and videos of some of the events. What do you have coming up next?
Coming up next, we have our Penny Power Gala that is happening in the fall, but we are ongoing trying to raise money for all of the endeavors we're trying to undertake. That includes the Penny Power Gala. It includes donating to our donor partners in the tri-state area, New Jersey and New York. But right now, to do that, we actually started our first big crowdfunding campaign on DonorBox. So you can head to womanforall.org. And you can find out how you can, number one, support the organization. Maybe you want to help volunteer, but also you can find out how you can donate to help all the efforts we're undertaking. 2023, we want to make it the biggest year yet.
That's it.
Love
Vanessa. I mean, you're incredible. You're a friend to both of us and a colleague, and we're so happy to have you. So again, it's the number one woman, WOMAN for all.org. We got it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We so appreciate your time.
Yay! You ladies are fabulous. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.